For a moment, I want you to imagine that you're traveling in a country where you don't speak the language. You go to order a coffee, but you get a little tongue-tied and you can't quite understand what the barista just asked you. These language difficulties occur every single day for the 1 in 14 Australian students with developmental language disorder, or DLD. But you probably haven't heard of it, have you? Unfortunately, neither have many teachers, nor are they sure how to support these students in their classroom. So why should you care? Language is critical for succeeding at school and at life. DLD means struggling to learn and participating in exams. It means poor mental health outcomes and social exclusion. DLD means increased risk of unemployment and incarceration, with nearly 60% of youth offenders having a previously undiagnosed DLD. What should be happening? Teachers, allied health professionals and families should be working together to support students with DLD in their learning and mitigating these risks. But it's not that simple. As a speech pathologist and as a manager, I've spent my career trying to ensure that students with DLD get a fair go, and I'm getting closer than ever with my PhD studies. In a recently published systematic review from the first phase of my research, I found that students with DLD consistently perform poorer across all areas of their learning, whether it's in reading, writing, spelling, storytelling, or numeracy. Their language difficulties make learning hard for them. In the second phase of my research, I've undertaken a nationwide survey of teachers, allied health professionals and families to understand not just the problems, but possible solutions. This was no mean feat when so few teachers knew about developmental language disorder. Many of the necessary supports identified related to classroom adjustments such as extra time or help with assignments and exams. These adjustments are in place for other children with disability, so why not those with DLD? In the third phase of my research, we're going to listen to the perspectives of students with DLD themselves by interviewing them. Previous research and my own clinical experience has shown that often students with DLD know what supports they need, if only we took the time to listen to them. And they understand better than any the sorts of roadblocks that we adults can put in their place. Finally, I'm going to integrate these findings to develop world-first guidelines that clearly demonstrate the educational needs and necessary supports for students with DLD. These will be used to lobby for educational change and recognition of DLD within the sector. Synthesising these guidelines is going to go a long way to ensuring that every Australian teacher has heard of DLD and can provide these students with the education that they truly deserve.